In this video, we pay tribute to the legendary wrestlers we've lost in recent years, celebrating their immense impact on the wrestling world. We also bring you heartfelt updates about Becky Lynch, whose recent news has deeply moved fans everywhere. Join us as we honor their remarkable lives and lasting legacies. Don't forget to subscribe and help keep their inspiring stories alive for future generations. David Von Erich, born David Atkinson on May 2nd, 1958, was a rising star in professional wrestling and a pivotal member of the iconic Von Erich family, one of wrestling's most influential dynasties. Son of legendary wrestler and promoter Fritz Von Erich, David was the eldest of the Von Erich brothers, including Kerry, Mike, and Kevin. Widely regarded as the most talented and charismatic of the siblings, he was seen as the future face of the family's wrestling legacy and was on the brink of superstardom. David began his wrestling career in the late 1970s, competing in various territories before becoming a central figure in World Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, the family's Texas-based promotion. Known for blending technical skill with natural charisma, David quickly won over fans with his athleticism and passionate in-ring style. He earned multiple championships in WCW, including the prestigious World Heavyweight title. His intense rivalries with top names such as Ric Flair, the Freebirds, and the Fabulous Ones helped solidify his position as a cornerstone of WCCW's success and contributed to the promotion's popularity during the early 1980s. Tragically, David's promising career and life were cut short when he died suddenly while on a trip to Japan from acute enteritis and inflammation of the small intestine. Reports suggested his was linked to a combination of exhaustion, food poisoning, and possibly an untreated infection. His passing shocked the wrestling world and deeply affected his family, especially his father Fritz and brothers, who were already facing immense pressure to uphold the Von Erich legacy. David Von Erich's untimely marked the beginning of a series of tragedies that shaped the family's history, leaving a lasting impact on professional wrestling and the hearts of fans everywhere. Candy Devine, born January 1st, 1959, was a pioneering figure in women's professional wrestling whose career left a lasting mark on the sport. Over several decades, she captivated fans with her unique blend of athleticism and showmanship, becoming a standout performer during the 1980s and 1990s. Competing in major promotions like the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and All Japan Women's Pro Wrestling, Devine was a key player in an era that helped elevate women's wrestling to new heights. Known for her charismatic presence in the ring, Candy Devine combined technical skill with an entertaining style that resonated with audiences worldwide. She held multiple women's championships across various promotions, often facing off against some of the toughest female wrestlers of her time. These achievements underscored her status as one of the top female competitors in a period when women's wrestling was fighting for recognition and respect. Beyond her in-ring success, Devine was highly respected for her dedication to wrestling and her role as a mentor. She was passionate about supporting younger wrestlers and encouraging women to push boundaries in a traditionally male-dominated sport. Her positive attitude and commitment to empowering female athletes helped inspire a generation of wrestlers who followed in her footsteps. Candy Devine leaving behind a legacy celebrated throughout the wrestling community. Fans and colleagues remember her not only for her impressive career and championship victories, but also for her warmth, kindness, and lasting impact on women's wrestling. Her contributions helped shape the future of the sport, securing her place as a true trailblazer and beloved pioneer in professional wrestling history. Kamala, born James Harris on May 28, 1950 in Senatobia, Mississippi, was a memorable American professional wrestler known for his striking and unique character. Rising to prominence during the 1980s and 1990s, Kamala became widely recognized in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, as the Ugandan Giant, a fearsome tribal warrior persona. His look, complete with face paint, a loincloth, and a distinctive mask, helped create one of wrestling's most unforgettable characters, embodying a savage and mysterious presence that fascinated fans. Kamala began his wrestling career in the early 1970s, quickly making a name for himself in various wrestling promotions, including the American Wrestling Association, AWA, and World Championship Wrestling, WCW. Despite his enormous size, he impressed audiences with surprising agility and a unique in-ring style. His signature move, the Kamala Splash, a diving splash, was a crowd favorite and showcased his athleticism. Over the years, Kamala faced many of wrestling's biggest stars, including Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker, engaging in intense rivalries that drew significant fan interest. His role as a menacing opponent and his powerful presence made him a beloved figure, especially among fans who appreciated his ability to combine character work with solid wrestling skills. Tragically, Kamala, due to complications from diabetes, a disease he battled in his later years, his passing was mourned by wrestling fans and colleagues alike. Kamala's legacy endures as a trailblazer for African American wrestlers and a character who brought an unforgettable mix of theatrics and athleticism to the sport. Today, he is remembered as an iconic figure whose impact on professional wrestling remains significant and lasting. Jonathan Huber, better known to wrestling fans as Luke Harper and later Brody Lee, was a remarkable professional wrestler born on December 16, 1979 in Rochester, New York. Over the course of his career, he became known for his unique combination of size, agility, and intensity, which helped him stand out in the competitive world of professional wrestling. Huber started wrestling in the early 2000s, cutting his teeth in regional promotions where he quickly made a name for himself. His big break came in WWE, where he became widely recognized as Luke Harper. He gained immense popularity as a key member of the eerie and captivating Wyatt family faction alongside Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan. Harper's portrayal of a dark, mysterious character paired with his impressive in-ring ability made him a fan favorite and a respected competitor. While Harper was best known for his faction work, he also enjoyed successful singles runs. His charisma and wrestling skill earned him the WWE Intercontinental Championship, highlighting his status as a formidable solo competitor. Fans and critics alike praised his matches for their intensity and emotional storytelling, which showcased his ability to connect with audiences on a deeper level. After his WWE tenure, Huber reinvented himself as Brody Lee, continuing to leave a mark on the wrestling world through his work in other promotions. His adaptability and passion for wrestling shone through in every performance, further solidifying his legacy. Tragically, Jonathan Huber. His was deeply mourned by fans and peers across the wrestling community. Today, he is remembered not only for his physical talent and unforgettable characters, but also for the profound impact he had on professional wrestling. His legacy lives on in the hearts of those who admired him and the industry he helped shape. Arn Anderson, born Alan Robert Rogowski on September 22, 1942, was a pivotal figure in professional wrestling, both as a fierce competitor and a brilliant behind-the-scenes mind. Renowned for his tough, gritty, in-ring style and sharp booking skills, Anderson's legacy stretches across decades and helped shape the wrestling world profoundly. He began wrestling in the 1960s, quickly establishing himself as a rugged heel known for his no-nonsense approach. O gained widespread recognition as part of the legendary Minnesota Wrecking Crew, a dominant tag team with his kayfabe brother Gene Anderson. Together, they captured numerous National Wrestling Alliance NWA tag team championships and earned a reputation as one of the era's best and most feared teams. However, Anderson's most lasting impact came in the 1980s with the creation of the Four Horsemen, a faction he co-founded alongside Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard. The group revolutionized wrestling factions, combining elite wrestling skill with ruthless attitude and unmatched dominance. The Four Horsemen became synonymous with excellence and helped set new standards for wrestling stables that are still felt today. Off the mat, Ole Anderson was a respected booker and promoter. His work in Georgia Championship Wrestling and later with Jim Crockett Promotions played a crucial role in elevating these territories and developing wrestling storylines and talent. His keen eye for wrestling psychology and storytelling helped launch and sustain many careers and memorable angles. Ole Anderson leaving a rich and multifaceted legacy. As a tough-as-nails wrestler, innovative booker, and founding member of one of wrestling's most iconic factions, his influence is deeply woven into wrestling history. Fans and historians alike remember him as a cornerstone of the sport whose impact continues to resonate. Mike Awesome, born January 24, 1970, was a towering figure in professional wrestling, best remembered for his impactful runs in Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, and the World Wrestling Federation, WWF. Standing 6 feet 6 inches tall and weighing around 275 pounds, he combined raw power with surprising agility, a rare blend that made him stand out among his peers. Beginning his career in the early 1990s, Awesome quickly gained attention for his explosive in-ring style, blending high-flying maneuvers with punishing slams. His time in ECW truly cemented his reputation as he captured the ECW World Heavyweight Championship twice. His finishing move, the Awesome Bomb, was a spectacular display of strength and athleticism, thrilling fans and opponents alike. Memorable feuds against top stars such as Taz and Rob Van Dam showcased his versatility and helped define ECW's hard-hitting, unpredictable style. In 2001, Awesome signed with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, and joined the New Blood faction during the company's final months. Though his time in WCW was brief, it marked a key chapter in his career. Later that year, he returned to the WWF, participating in various storylines and tag teams. Despite his talent, his WWF run was shorter and less prominent than many had expected. Tragically, Mike Awesome, in what was reported as an apparent suicide. His sudden was a shock to the wrestling world, cutting short the life of a performer who had left a lasting mark on the industry. Today, fans and fellow wrestlers remember Mike Awesome for his unique athleticism, electrifying matches, and the raw intensity he brought to the ring, securing his legacy as a memorable and influential figure in professional wrestling history. Yokozuna, born Rodney Anoa'i on October 2, 1966 in San Francisco, California, was a celebrated professional wrestler known for his immense size, surprising agility, and unforgettable character. As a proud member of the legendary Anoa'i wrestling family, Yokozuna left a lasting mark on professional wrestling with his unique blend of power and athleticism. Though of Hawaiian descent, Yokozuna's wrestling persona was that of a sumo wrestler, a gimmick that set him apart in the early 1990s wrestling scene. This character, combined with his massive stature, he weighed over 500 pounds, and his impressive in-ring skills made him a captivating performer. He debuted in wrestling in the late 1980s and quickly gained recognition for moving with an unexpected agility for a man his size, blending strength with a fluid style. Yokozuna's breakout moment came in 1992 when he burst onto the World Wrestling Entertainment, then WWF stage, and won the WWF Championship at WrestleMania 9. His reign as champion solidified him as a dominant force in the company. He was known for his signature finishing move, the Banzai Drop, where he would leap from the turnbuckle onto his opponent's chest, a devastating move that thrilled crowds. His matches were intense and dramatic, often showcasing his agility and storytelling ability despite his size. Beyond WWE, Yokozuna also competed in other wrestling promotions, proving his versatility and enduring appeal. Sadly, his life was cut short when, despite his early, Yokozuna's legacy lives on as a larger-than-life figure who combined charisma, power, and unexpected athleticism to become one of wrestling's most memorable stars. His impact remains strong in the memories of fans worldwide. Dennis Stamp, born December 6, 1946 in Brainerd, Minnesota, was a respected American professional wrestler and referee known for his impactful career throughout the 1970s and 1980s. His wrestling journey began early with a strong amateur foundation. In 1965, he won the Minnesota State High School Wrestling Championship in the 175-pound division, showcasing his talent and determination from a young age. Stamp made his professional wrestling debut on August 9, 1971, in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Almost immediately, he caught the attention of Vern Gong's American Wrestling Association, AWA, where he earned the distinction of 1971 Rookie of the Year. This early success set the tone for a solid career across multiple wrestling territories. In 1973, Stamp joined Leroy McGuirk's NWA Tri-State territory. Teaming with Bull Belinsky, he captured the NWA Tri-State Tag Team Championship. Though they lost the titles, Stamp quickly bounced back, partnering with Dewey Robertson to reclaim the championships later that year. His career continued to flourish in 1974 when he moved to the NWA's Los Angeles territory. There, he won the television championship twice, first defeating Man Mountain Mike and later Greg Valentine, further establishing his reputation as a tough competitor. By late 1975, Stamp wrestled for Vancouver's All-Star Wrestling, where he teamed with Tiger Jeet Singh to win the Canadian Tag Team Championship. He then shifted to the NWA Western States promotion, where he excelled as a two-time Western States Tag Team Champion and a four-time Brass Knuckles Champion, known for his rugged and hard-hitting style. Beyond the ring, Stamp also appeared in the 1978 Sylvester Stallone film Paradise Alley, alongside other wrestling stars, blending his wrestling fame with Hollywood exposure. Dennis Stamp, leaving behind a legacy of dedication and versatility in professional wrestling's golden era. Rebecca Quinn, better known worldwide as Becky Lynch, has risen from a passionate young athlete in Ireland to become one of the most celebrated and influential professional wrestlers of her generation. Born on January 30th, 1987, in Limerick, Ireland, Lynch's story is one of perseverance, reinvention, and breaking barriers. Today, she stands as an icon, not just for her in-ring achievements, but as a powerful symbol of empowerment for women in a historically male-dominated industry. Early life and wrestling beginnings. Becky Lynch's journey to superstardom was far from overnight. Growing up in Ireland, Lynch was drawn to the world of athletics and action films. Her early interests laid the foundation for a future in professional wrestling, but it wasn't until she was 15 years old that she began training seriously. In 2002, under the mentorship of Irish wrestlers like Fergal Devitt, later known as Finn Balor, Lynch embarked on a grueling path to mastering the art of wrestling. Training in Ireland, Lynch quickly made a name for herself on the independent wrestling circuit. Unlike the glitz and grandeur of WWE, the independent scene demanded resilience, versatility, and constant self-improvement. It was here that Becky honed her skills, developing a mix of technical prowess and charismatic presence. She traveled extensively, competing in countries such as the United States and Japan, absorbing different wrestling styles that would later influence her dynamic in-ring persona. For years, Lynch toiled in relative obscurity, grinding away with a determination that would become one of her trademarks. Her passion for the sport was evident, and those who witnessed her early matches saw the promise of something special. Yet, the road to WWE was still distant. It wasn't until 2013 that she finally broke through, signing with WWE's developmental brand NXT. NXT building the foundation of Becky Lynch. Joining NXT was a pivotal moment in Becky Lynch's career. WWE's developmental system is renowned for molding raw talent into polished performers capable of captivating a global audience. It was here that Lynch's character began to take shape, no longer just a technically sound wrestler, but a compelling personality who could command the crowd. Her early WWE tenure was marked by steady progress rather than instant stardom. She won the NXT Women's Championship in 2015, defeating Charlotte Flair in a match widely praised for its storytelling and athleticism. This victory was a clear signal that Becky was destined for bigger things, but the WWE main roster was still a challenge. Initially, her character was somewhat generic, struggling to stand out among the company's deep female roster. The breakthrough, becoming the man. Becky Lynch's true breakthrough came in 2018, and it was nothing short of revolutionary. She shed her previous image and embraced a brash, unapologetic persona known simply as the man. This transformation was a creative and personal reinvention that immediately resonated with fans worldwide. The man was a character who defied conventions, a confident, rebellious woman who refused to be sidelined or underestimated. This persona elevated Becky from a popular wrestler to a bona fide superstar. Her fiery promos, intense matches, and undeniable charisma made her a cornerstone of WWE's women's division. The culmination of this rise was her historic role at WrestleMania 35 in 2019, where she headlined the event in a triple threat match for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships against Ronda Rousey and Charlotte Flair. This was the first time women had ever headlined WWE's flagship event, and Becky's victory cemented her place in history. Her catchphrase, "I'm the man," became a rallying cry for fans, embodying themes of empowerment, resilience, and defiance. Lynch's popularity transcended wrestling, making her a mainstream figure and a role model for women striving to break barriers in any field. Beyond the ring, Becky Lynch as a cultural icon. Becky Lynch's influence extends beyond her championship victories. She has become an advocate for women's equality in sports and entertainment, using her platform to push for greater visibility and respect for female athletes. Her journey has inspired countless fans who see in her story a reflection of their own struggles and aspirations. Her 2020 book, Becky Lynch, The Man, Not Your Average Girl, became a Sunday Times bestseller, highlighting her appeal outside wrestling circles. The book details her personal journey, including the highs and lows of her career, offering an honest and inspiring perspective on the life of a top-tier wrestler. The Unexpected Hiatus, a year away from WWE. In the summer of 2024, Becky Lynch's career took an unexpected turn. With her WWE contract expiring, Lynch took a hiatus from the company, stepping away from the spotlight after years of relentless schedules and intense performances. The wrestling world was left in suspense. Her absence fueled rumors, questions, and speculation about the reasons behind her departure and what her future might hold. While taking breaks is common among WWE's top stars, given the demanding nature of wrestling schedules, Becky's hiatus was particularly notable due to her status as one of the company's biggest draws. Fans wondered if she might be negotiating a new contract, pursuing other ventures, or simply needing time to focus on her personal life. Rumors and speculation. What happened behind the scenes? The rumors swirling around Becky Lynch's hiatus have been as varied as they have been persistent. Some insiders suggested that her decision to step away was tied to contract disputes, feeling undervalued by WWE's creative direction. Speculation arose that she was dissatisfied with how her character was being utilized, possibly feeling that her momentum was stalling, or that WWE's creative team was shifting focus toward rising stars like Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan. Others hinted at potential friction backstage, with whispers of tension between Lynch and WWE's creative leadership about storyline opportunities and booking. While none of these reports have been conclusively proven, the timing of her departure amid a transitional period for WWE's women's division added weight to the rumors. The changing WWE landscape. Becky Lynch's hiatus coincided with a significant evolution in WWE's women's division. New stars were ascending rapidly, and the company was experimenting with fresh storylines and rivalries. While Lynch had once been the undeniable queen of the division, WWE's roster was now deeper and more diverse, presenting challenges for any returning veteran. Moreover, WWE itself is facing an increasingly competitive wrestling market. The rise of All Elite Wrestling, AEW, and other promotions has fragmented the audience, creating alternatives for wrestlers and fans alike. This shift has forced WWE to rethink its creative strategies and roster management. For Lynch, this means her return is not just a comeback, but a re-entry into a changed environment. The challenge will be to reclaim her place amid new faces and evolving narratives. Personal life and balancing motherhood with wrestling, adding complexity to Becky Lynch's professional situation, is her personal life. In 2021, she married fellow WWE superstar Seth Rollins, and later that year, they welcomed their daughter. Lynch has been open about embracing motherhood while maintaining her wrestling career, a balancing act that few in the industry manage so publicly. Motherhood brought a new dimension to Lynch's life, one that likely influenced her decision to step away in 2024. The intense travel, grueling physical demands, and unpredictable schedule of WWE make it difficult to maintain family life. Lynch's hiatus gave her the opportunity to focus on her child and personal well-being, a choice that many fans respected deeply. Her openness about this balancing act has also sparked conversations about the challenges faced by female athletes in professional wrestling, shining light on the need for more support and flexibility for women who are both performers and mothers. Becky Lynch's return in 2025, hopes and challenges. Becky Lynch's return to WWE in 2025 has been highly anticipated, but also accompanied by uncertainty. The wrestling world has changed since her hiatus, and so has WWE's creative environment. New rivalries, champions, and storylines have taken center stage, raising questions about how Lynch will fit into this evolved landscape. Some fans are hopeful that WWE will put Lynch back into the spotlight, leveraging her star power and charisma to elevate the women's division once again. Others worry that her time away and the emergence of new talent might complicate her path back to the top. There is also the matter of backstage politics. If past rumors about tensions with creative are true, Lynch may need to navigate internal dynamics carefully to secure the roles and storylines befitting her status. The bigger picture, Becky Lynch as a trailblazer. Regardless of the immediate challenges, Becky Lynch's career remains a beacon of progress for women in professional wrestling. She helped usher in an era where women headline WrestleMania, headline pay-per-views, and are treated as main event caliber performers. This legacy is profound, and it sets a precedent for the future. Her willingness to speak openly about personal struggles, balance family with career, and demand respect for female wrestlers marks her as more than just a wrestler. She is a trailblazer for the next generation. What lies ahead? As Becky Lynch steps back into WWE's squared circle, the road ahead is filled with potential but also uncertainty. Will she reclaim her throne as the man, or will the shifting sands of WWE's women's division require her to adapt once more? What is clear is that Becky Lynch is far from finished. Her story is one of constant evolution, resilience, and breaking new ground. For fans, her return is more than just a wrestling comeback. It's the continuation of an inspiring journey that has transcended the sport itself. The next chapter of Becky Lynch's career promises excitement, challenges, and the enduring spirit of a performer who refuses to be anything less than extraordinary.